everyone, it's Megan with the CraftyPlannerLovR here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be planning in my Hobonichi cousin social media planner for the week of July 13th through the 20th using this mermaid deco kit from SweetTPlans. So just so you know, in the background is going to be a fan. It is really ridiculously hot here in Florida, and I am sweating, and I need some air. So we're gonna keep that fan going. I'm so sorry if it's a bother for you guys, but hopefully it's not too much of a notice. Hopefully I'll be able to talk through it, but yeah, this is the kit we're using for this week. So we have this freebie under the sea little deco piece, and then this is the deco kit itself. This is from when she was in a sale, and I don't think it's available anymore, but this is what the kit looks like. We have the 14th through the 20th already, or sorry, the 13th through the 20th already listed on here, so we don't have to worry about dates already, because I knew that I would forget what dates were what, so I went ahead and just put them on already ahead of time, because I knew I would forget. So I have that, and then I also have my trusty washi tapes. This one is, these are both from Dollar Tree, I think, from a while ago, but this is what this one looks like. It definitely has that mermaid feeling to it, so I thought this would go really well with the colors already in the kit. And then if I need to add some like oceany colors to it, I also have this one. I've used this before, but not in this specific spread, so I have it just in case. Alright y'all, let's go ahead and jump into this week. So full disclosure, when I filmed my social media spread from last week, I actually thought that I was already going to be back from my sister's, because I visited my sister in Orlando. I went to Disney for the week, and then we ended up staying for a little bit longer, just me and, just me staying there, not we as in everyone, just me. But I ended up staying a little bit longer, and I had pre-filmed that footage that you guys saw, so like I didn't actually know if I had a good time or not when I was filming, but I did end up having a good time, so much so that I stayed for another week. So I don't really remember what we talked about last time. And that's what happens when you pre-film, guys. I am gonna go ahead and put these days down, and I think I'm also gonna go ahead and lay down the washi across the bottom and the top as well. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go, should have done this first place. I think I'm gonna go all the way across on both pages. So anyways, the reason why this video is coming out later than it should is because we literally just said goodbye to Allison. She actually brought me home, which was very nice of her, and she stayed with us for a little bit, like a couple days, and she just left, and it is hot as you know what out there, and I needed some AC. So many apologies if you guys can hear the fan, but I'm a sweaty person and it's hot. So I really enjoyed my time down there with my sister though, because it was something that I really needed. If I could stop kicking the camera, that'd be perfect. Anyway, it was something that I really needed to have that kind of like space. And I missed Orlando a lot. I missed the city a lot, like a lot. I had a lot more than I thought I would, but it was good to just kind of be away and have my own time with my sister. And I miss my other sister a lot. She lives in Georgia, so we don't really get to visit her too much, and she knows how much I desperately want to visit her all the time, but unfortunately I just am not able to. So it is a 6-hour drive. Actually, I think it's 5 hours now from my parents' house, but it is normally a 6-hour drive from my sister's from Orlando. So it's a long drive to see them, but they know how much we really want to see them. So I don't know, I'm missing family a lot right now, and I'm glad that I'm with my parents and I'm able to be at least with some family, because summertime is all about fun. But y'all, speaking of summertime and fun, I have to tell you all of the shows that I caught up on while I was down there, because my sister actually had to work while I was there the second week. The week that we went down, which was the week of 4th of July, she was off. She took the whole week off and she was able to hang out with us, and we were able to do a lot of fun things, and it was really awesome. But she had to work the next week, obviously, because she can't just take time off all the time. So when it was the daytime, I just kind of hung out in her apartment and watched a bunch of like shows that I hadn't seen in a long time. And one of them was Andor. I hadn't seen the new season because I had been so burnt out at my old job that I kind of like came home and just didn't do anything. So I caught up on that. That was a really good season. Andor, by the way, if you don't know, is a Star Wars story. Rogue One, which was a movie, is what happens before the Death Star, like before the original series of Star Wars. And Andor is like the before of that, if that makes sense. So it was a really good show. I really thought that it wrapped up everything very nicely, like a nice little neat bow. Like it continued right where Rogue One, or it ended right where Rogue One left off. That's what I wanted to say. So it was very good. We're on Thursday, Friday. Okay, I have one more set of days, and then we can start the decorations. So it was a very good show. I also finally got to watch Shadow and Bone, which is something that I haven't seen in ever. Which, if you are a Chronicles of Narnia person, Shadow and Bone has the lead of Prince Caspian from Chronicles of Narnia. So a very good show, I might have to add. Like, he is just a beautiful human being. The guy who plays... Oh gosh, hold on, I have to figure out what his name is because I can never figure it out. It's the guy who plays Prince Caspian in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Ben Barnes, that's his name. Oh, what a beautiful, handsome man. He is absolutely very nice to look at. So, he was a lead character in Shadow and Bone. It was a very, very good series. I actually really liked it, and I'm really excited to read the books. I have so many books that I need to read, so I don't know when I'm going to ever read it, but my sister, not the one who lives in Orlando, the one who lives in Georgia, she is very into like reading as much as she can. So when she heard that I was watching Shadow and Bone, she was like, you have to tell me what you think, because she thought I had, you know, read the books. And then when I finished it, she was like, oh, how did you think about this and this and this? I said, I haven't read the books yet. You can't tell me all of this. So now I have to read the books. But I have a problem with watching a show or like a movie before reading the books. As you guys know, with Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I get bored very, very easily with the story because I already know what happens. So I'm going to try really hard to not let that happen this time. But we will see. We will have to check and see how I feel. I don't know if I want that on this side. We're going to put it over here. I had leftover washing and I don't like to just leave it. Y'all should see my desk right now, man. There is so much washi everywhere. It's embarrassing. And Saturday, I forgot to flatten out the edges as I go, which is why they're curled up like this. So whenever you use washi, guys, don't forget to flatten it up as you go. And Sunday. Okay, let's begin with the decoration now. So anyways, my point of this story, right, is to tell you guys that I watched Shadow and Bone, and it was a really good show, and I really liked it. And I am very excited to read the books. I also finally watched a show, if you guys have ever heard of Heartstopper. It is a book. Didn't know it was a book. Again, this is my own fault. I should probably find out if something is a book before I actually start watching the show. But Heartstopper is about, it's an LGBTQ show, and it's very cute. It's kind of like, you can tell it was kind of like meant for teenagers though, for sure, you can tell. But it's still really cute. It's a really good series, and I am excited that they're going to turn it into a movie. So that's something I'm going to look forward to see what they're going to do with everything. So that's what I've been watching. I am going to start on, I'm thinking about starting Ginny and George, because that one is a Netflix series and apparently it's really cute and really fun. So I'm considering starting that one as well. But we'll have to see, honestly. It'll be fun to see like what my shows are. I do update them in my, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I should put this. I do update them in my Hobonichi weeks. I will show you. I write down what shows that I watch in my Hobonichi weeks right here. So these are everything, and these are a continuation from last year as well. So far I haven't updated it obviously, but I have to finish Abbott Elementary. I'm almost done with How I Met Your Mother. I'm on the last season with that one, and I have to get another one of these because I need to update with all the other TV shows that I've seen. But I have that, and then I think I have a movies one as well. Yes, I do. Here we go. These are movies that I haven't seen before, and then I write down. So I have to put I almost said How I Met Your Mother, How to Train Your Dragon, the animated or the live action version, and then Jurassic World Rebirth, which was terrifying. Don't see that if you don't like scary stuff, because I cried a lot because I screamed a lot. So don't watch that if you are not into scary stuff, because you will be scarred. Not scarred as in like scarred for life. Scarred as in scared. I had to clarify that in case you weren't aware. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, I have had some coffee, so I'm a little hyper. My sister left, so I figured I probably should get up and, you know, be productive and do stuff. So I have had 1 cup of coffee, and it is not even 9 a.m. yet, so I'm going to have another cup of coffee because I am tired. I'm sure my family is just so excited that I'm going to have another cup of coffee too. They're probably like, oh great, she's going to be super hyper. Yes, I am. Trying to stay away from like all of the caffeine too, you know, like too much caffeine, because it's not good for you, but also, you know, sometimes you just got to have the caffeine. Alright, y'all, we have used up all of these. I'm just going back through one more time to make sure I have at least 1 box on each page. I think I'm going to end up putting it on Friday here. Yeah, Friday or Saturday or Sunday. We're going to put it on Sunday because I don't want the other box to be there. Then we have this, which I think I'm going to put it over here. Actually, how about we do this? Okay. You have like 1 chance before you can't use it again. Forgot to mention, I'm doing all mermaid themes in my planners this week, which is why I am obsessed with all of like the mermaid colors and stuff. So I'm doing this one. This is from SweetTPlans. I don't even know if her shop is still open, unfortunately, because we, the PR team, there's only 3 of us, but we had been messaging her and she's not answered, so we're just assuming that it's on a temporary close for right now. But if you guys are watching this in the future and you know of if the shop is open or closed, if it's open, you can always mention Megan in the order notes to know that I sent you guys there. So keep that in mind if you are interested in shopping with SweetTPlans. And if her shop is closed, then that's really sad because I love her shop. She has really cute kits, really cute ways of lighting up her, ways of creating her kits. I always think it's super interesting how she does them, so I highly recommend you guys check her out if you haven't. I'm going to put this mermaid here. And I think I'm going to do 1 more big piece right here, since don't have too much. Yeah, there we go. Now we have like mermaids on each day. And we'll do a sea turtle over here because we don't have any sea turtles even in this. So let's move Mr. Crab down here. And then we'll put the sea turtle here. Cute! I want something here and something here. Okay. Why don't we put the seashells and the starfish over here? We'll do one more. Okay. This one, I think we're gonna do the pearl and maybe a seahorse. Then over here, I think we're gonna do the coral. Ooh, or let's do this. Let's do the big seashell. Maybe the little seashell. And then we'll do, I don't know what this kind of plant is. I know that this is, one of them's coral and one of them's something else. I'm doing just absolutely fantastic, aren't I? Telling you guys what things are. I'm just winning. Okay. This is a SweetTPlans quote, by the way. It says, "This mermaid is a little salty." It's just not from this collection. And I think I'm going to put that one there. And then we'll put this here and this there. Awesome. Okay, I really feel like this is probably good. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. Alright everyone, that is it for this week in my social media planner using the Little Mermaid or Mermaid Kit by SweetTPlans. I absolutely love how this looks. I think it is super cute, super fun, and I really like the way that the deco kit works. If you get the full deco kit, if her shop is open, then you can decorate an entire spread in this planner. I think it's super, super cute, and I am really, really obsessed with how it turned out. I know I've said that already, but I think it's just really adorable. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think. If you made it this far in the video, leave me a seashell emoji. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration. And until next time, craft on. Bye guys!